Oh, there we go. Let's close this curtain just a little bit more. Not that it's really a curtain. Okay, and let's turn this light on. Is that better? That's better, isn't it? Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. How's it going? Oh yeah, I gotta turn the chat off on this phone. How's everybody doing? Wow, I couldn't do a live yesterday, even though it meant it would be. Oh, this camera makes my hair look like it's tipped with silver, and this one's much more soft. Hey, let me say hi to everybody. Let's see. Oh, we're not even on live chat. So let's go over here. I have to look because this phone is kind of in the way. So let's just do that like this. That's better. Okay. Let me pop out the participants on YouTube. 1927, Aldo. Hi, Avon Leanne, Betty Randall, EJM. Hot child in the city. Oh, thank you, darling. And EJM, what's that? Did you say Happy New Year to everybody? Happy New Year. Jean Phillips, Mama Cat, Steven, Utter Chaos, Hobby Farm. I need to plug in my salt lamps because my son borrowed my extension cord. And I want my salt lamps on. There we go. There. That's better, isn't it? No, not the disco lights. There we go. Here we go. There we go. We don't need the disco lights. Well, what a New Year's Eve we had. Did everybody have a... Oops, excuse me. Hey, Chaos, Teasers, Pleasers, Stephen, Rodney, Paula, Mary Cook, Mama Cat. Now, let me just pop this out to live chat and bring it on over here. Now, let me just F5 this. There, that's better. That's better. Now we're back on top chat. Sometimes I wonder, like, YouTube's starting to feel rinky-dink, isn't that? Doesn't that feel? More likes can attract viewers. Thank you. Keep it up. Pop one out, Granny. I have moderators, and excuse me, I have to address TikTok right now. If you're going to be rude, crude, belligerent, or otherwise disrespectful, everybody in the chat will ignore you, and my moderators will boot you. So if you're being here just to be disruptive, move along. Hey, Happy New Year. Still no sun in New England. Well, none here either. And we got a little bit of snow, a little bit of freeze. A little bit of snow, a little bit of freezing. Yeah, I got to watch that cord because I can easily trip over that. You know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to tape it to the floor for the moment so that if I have to go to the bathroom, and I am going to ask you to please excuse the view. But I had to do this on New Year's Eve so that I wouldn't accidentally trip over the cord and really, really hurt myself. Like maybe even permanently. So until I get my Christmas tree down, I'm just taping this cord to the floor. The Christmas tree is coming down, what day is it? Sunday? Probably one day this week. Hey, Simply Jessica. Good morning. Do you want me to go moderate TikTok? If you so choose, but you know what? If we go, if they're on TikTok and they're being rude, I'm trusting everybody to just ignore. You don't feed the trolls, okay? Because and their food is attention. So if you give them attention, they will stay. If you don't feed them, they will go look at somebody else's live stream. Happy New Year. How's everybody doing? I'm walking today. Yesterday, I was using a walker. Will you pay respects to my dog that died? What was your dog's name and what was your dog's breed? Of course Of course we'll pay respects to your dog. Dogs are family too. Hey, Autumn Gypsy. All right, it's gonna be difficult for me to focus on too. Let me tell you about my New Year's. Briar just went. Howie just took Briar to work as of Christmas. Howie's been driving Briar to and from work over the weekend, this weekend and Christmas weekend. I'm so happy I don't have social media. Hi, Nina. How are you, darling? I wish I didn't have social media. It's not. I don't wish I didn't have social media. The most my social media really is Facebook, and most of my Facebook is on my private Connected Hearts page. Anything controversial goes on my main Facebook page because nobody there really gives a shit anyway. So we had almost 6 days of rain. Now we are having frost. Ooh. Cold day in Colorado. What's the temperature out, baby? -11. There's my numbers, 11. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, because Colorado 1927 said -11, and it's -11 here but in Celsius. So yeah, of course it could all be lost in a minute. That's why one of the reasons I'm spreading. I'm sorry for your loss. Let me see. Did I miss it? Pomeranian, and his name was Furio. Well, I'm so sorry for your loss, but you know what? Our animals, I always say our animals, our pets, they're like God's nanny cams. Okay? And they watch us their entire life. Their entire life is all about us. And God forgive any of us if we've mistreated our pets in the past. Because there's a special place on an uncharted, nasty planet for us. You know what I mean? But I'm really sorry for your loss. I don't know what I would do if something happened to Gracie, like boom, like that. It would tear me in half. We had a storm last night and had power out. I am from Port Alberni, Canada. You mean Port Alberta? The dog's name was Furio, and it was a Pomeranian. Now, I got to tell you something about dogs and names. Be really careful how you name your pet, because you may think it's cool to call a dog a Rottweiler Dozer, but they will adopt their name. Okay? They will take their name, right? Gracie is, by the grace of God, a very well behaved and intelligent dog. But if I had named her Furio or Fury or Bouncing Bet or something like that, she would have been a totally different personality, because we have a tendency to push the personality on our pets that we name them. You know what, Aldo? Me too. I woke up yesterday at 321 pounds, 0.8, and today I woke up at 322 pounds, 0.8, but I can fluctuate from one day to the next up to 5 pounds. So that really doesn't make much. Store-bought haircut. Check. Nope. I'm still working on my shave job from back in, I don't know, September. First snowfall of the season. Really, Stephen? You've just now getting snow? Aldo, all the burn area is covered in snow. And now New Year's YouTube channel has all the footage of the fire area. It's crazy. Wow. Hey, Mary Cook. I realized too, eating sugar makes me hurt a lot. Sugar also affects depression and anxiety. Yeah, I've cut right back on the sugar. Like I didn't eat. I had one bite of my butter tart pie, and it was too much. Honest to God, folks, it went in the garbage. because it was just too rich, and I knew if we kept it, we'd eat it. I took a couple of bites and went, ooh, no, diabetic coma, and I'm not even a diabetic, right? So, um, absolutely 1927. Absolutely. Oh, that's awesome, Stephen. My sweet kitty named Frady, but we only called her Kitty. She was stray that was afraid of all things or small, but she loved me. You're welcome. Happy New Year to everybody. So, hey Angela, how's it going? How's it, Audrey? It was 75 yesterday. Wow. I mean, you're in North Carolina though. When you are the one cooking and preparing all the food you don't even want to eat when it's served. Well, I had a wonderful supper last night. And hi, Paula. Under pressure. We had a wonderful supper last night. I had Howie take out, like I was walking with a walker yesterday. If you were here on New Year's Eve for the public live stream that I did New Year's Eve, you will see, did my lamp just flicker? You will see that I moved in ways I should not have because my knees were already really bad. I had blown my knee the week before Christmas and it was just starting to get better. And then I started dancing. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Paige. Hey, darling, how are you? So what I did was I kept it really, really simple yesterday because I was walking with the stationary walker. And I can't carry anything, not even a cup of tea when I'm using that stationary walker. So what I did was I got Howie to get a chicken out of the freezer. Oh, God. No, it wasn't the cold so much, Michelle, as it's the damp. I mean, we had freezing rain on New Year's Eve. We had some freezing rain and all kinds of shit, and it's just damp. You know what I mean? I can handle extreme cold, like -40. Just throw another log on the fire and wear long pants. But when it's -5 or -3 Celsius and it's raining and drizzling, my joints just go like this. You know? 60 degrees today. Winter storm advisory tomorrow. Wow. I just keep thinking about all the cleanup. Absolutely. Are you live somewhere else? Yes, I am. I'm live on my YouTube channel, Life with the Wolfies. But I've decided to start when I do my public live streams on Life with the Wolfies or any time I do a public live stream, I'm going to invite TikTok in. Yeah. Well, you know what? My house smells like veg broth. Ooh, that reminds me. I have to strain my stock. When I'm getting ready to say goodbye, remind me to strain my stock. So yesterday what we did, cool damp weather hurts my Raynaud's. I don't know what Raynaud's is, but it sounds like rheumatoid. I love my crock pot and my air fryer. Yeah, me too, Avonlea. And it smells like chicken stock. Okay, so I got Howie to get, I'm not going to look at the chat for a second because it distracts me and I'm like a monkey in a tree, right? Squirrel! So I got Howie to take out, let me see if I can move the chat. Oh, I can. Look at that. Okay, so here, let's move this tripod over here. And then we're more side by side, aren't we? That's better. Is that better? Okay. So I'm going to move my chat here. So there we go. So last night, or yesterday afternoon, or in the early afternoon, I asked Howie to take one of our little roasting chickens. Remember all the chickens every time they went on sale? I buy a whole bunch. Science, soon going to be time for a Costco run. And is that better? That's better, eh? Okay, good. So then I waited till it was thawed enough to take it out of the package because I vacuum sealed it. And then I dropped it. I canned celery. And I just got the stuff put away from canning. It's Jar It Up January. So there's going to be some canning videos coming for our half-acre homestead. Yes, folks, on TikTok, if you don't know me, I have a channel called Our, with an O, Half Acre Homestead, Life with the Wolfies, which I'm live streaming on now, Cooking with Cannabis, which is really not much of anything except if you want to join us on Freaky Fridays and you're a patron, and Reading with Beverly Wolfe. So I have several channels, and yes, I'm going to spend part of January finishing the Anne's House of Dreams, because January is usually the month I take off from YouTube and I only do live streams. But I do have some videos coming. So I canned celery this weekend. The celery that I bought before Christmas, I canned and froze it. And so I did a review on the new lids. So there's a coupon code coming out tomorrow for lids. I am challenging myself to try not to do grocery store in January unless it's necessary. I'm going to do that February, March, and April. The only thing we'll be able to have to buy will be eggs and dairy products and stuff like that. But I am going to live more out of our pantry. Hey, Joe Mama. I'll have to try it one day, but it's authentic Italian food. So, hey, Becky, how are you, darling? Who do we got here? Sivan, I can't see. Oh, wait, maybe. No, there's no chat happening on my TikTok. So let's get back to the chicken story. I had canned celery, and one of the stock pots I had used to boil my celery in was sitting on the counter. So I filled it up with warm water, threw in a handful of salt, and dropped my chicken in there to thaw. It's not exactly brining, but it's close. Then when it came time, I put some rice in the crock pot with some dried kale. I always dry my kale because Howie's not really fond of it, right? So my dried kale, because I do it like parsley, and I just took a handful of dried kale and I did this and I cooked it with the rice. So the rice and the kale are cooking in the crock pot. And when it was time, I took the chicken out of the water and I cut its backbone out. And then I broke the breastbone from behind and I made a flattened chicken. Now, Briar's boss, my sissy baka. Okay, how's it going? Guess so why I get distracted. I haven't even medicated yet. So I broke the breastbone, and Briar's boss had given me a gift. Briar's boss and his wife had given me a gift of 4 organic infused olive oils. And they're beautiful. Like, I'm like, what am I going to do with olive oil? And then he showed me the package, and it's like, wow. There is hot pepper oil, like almost like a hot and sweet mixed pepper oil. There's garlic oil, basil oil, and rosemary oil. And I'm telling you, I was like, I picked Briar up from work. I'm getting, or the night before, and he gave me these oils. And I'm like, wow. And he goes, yeah. So I took that pepper oil and I just rubbed it all over the flattened chicken. And then I took my favorite spices and I seasoned it, and I put it on a broiler pan, and I put that in the oven. Then I took my frying pan out and I put in 2 cups. Now listen, in the rice I made a pint of rice, which works out to about 6 cups, right? So, because there was 3 of us. So then I got the garlic oil and I drizzled it in my skillet. And I did 2 cups of celery, a cup of onions, a can of sliced mushrooms, and a cup and a half of different colored sweet peppers. And I stir fried them. And just before, like once they were all like, just about ready, I threw the rice and the kale in. And and then I whacked it with about 2 tablespoons of my homemade Italian herb seasoning. Oh my gosh. New Year's was so good. It is a video coming up on our half acre homestead because Papa thumbs it up and said Happy New Year. And it was really delicious. Why do I even roast you? I just didn't want to roast another chicken. You know what I mean? Yeah, there was 3 of us and we ate the whole chicken except the backbone. The backbone got cut out. And I threw it in one of the crock pots with water. And then, now don't everybody freak out because everybody over the last, oh, this is getting hot in here. I'm going to tell you something I did. And I don't care who thinks I'm crazy or it's disgusting. When everybody was done eating their chicken leg, their breast, their whatever it was just me, Howie, and Briar. I said, throw your bones in the crock pot. And they went, and Briar went, really? And I said, Briar, how long have I been your mother? I never throw away the bone. Like when we're eating a whole chicken and I'm putting the carcass or a backbone or anything in that crock pot, I throw the bones. I don't give a shit if they've been in your mouth. They're going to get boiled, right? So another neighbor brought me, hey, Malka, a couscous dish with lots of vegetables and pieces of meat. Oh, God bless them. Very nice neighbor. So what we ended up having was one of the most, and I'm always surprised. Like I'm eating my dinner. Like Briar got most of a breast and a leg. Howie got, because Briar hadn't eaten in a day and a half. He just hadn't been eating. Just, he wasn't in the mood. Or he wasn't in the mood to cook or whatever. So he got almost a whole half breast, plus the wing, plus a leg. And Howie and I split the other half of the chicken. He got half the breast and a leg, and I got the wing and half a breast. And the rice, like the first time I put my homemade Italian herb seasoning in the rice or in a stir fry, the first time I did it accidentally, I put in like, you know how I have it in a jar with a Parmesan cheese lid, so it has the open side and the shaker side. And I accidentally opened the open side and went poof, and put like a 1/4 cup of seasoning on it. Well, by God, wasn't that delicious? So now when I add my Italian seasoning, I'm really, really liberal with it. And I said last night while I was making the chicken and rice, I said to Howie, I said, I got to make more. I'm going to have to grow more oregano. I'm going to have to add sage this year because I need sage. But I have to I'm going to put in a full herb garden again this year because my herbs, when you grow them and you dehydrate them very, very gently, 95 degrees or less, or you hang them to dry in a dim room, taste 10 times better than anything you'll ever get in the store. Oh, absolutely. That's not disgusting your family. Exactly. Now, I wouldn't feed that soup to anybody else, but you know what I mean? So if you come to my house and I offer you, chicken noodle soup, don't be surprised. Right? Like it drives me crazy when people go, look at her crock pot. It's so disgusting. Well, that's just the heater carafe. You should see the outside of my stove sometime. I'm getting a new stove, by the way. I don't know when. I don't know when I can afford it, but I'm down to 2 properly working burners on my stove. And Howie had to, remember how the handle kept falling off? Whirlpool sucks! Hi, Bobby Joe. How are you, darling? Canning some beef stew while listening. Good for you, darling. I make relishes. Yes, I do. Hi, Allison. Yes, I make relishes. When I make relish, my relishes last for like 4 years because it's a big job. This year I will be making relish. I think I only have 1 jar left. And I've been using more and more relish because when I make Howie's tuna sandwiches, I always I don't with salmon. With salmon, it's just onion and mayo. But with relish or with tuna, it's got less flavor than salmon. So I take a fork and I strain out, not that there's much liquid, but I take a heaping tablespoon of relish, I empty the tuna tin into the bowl, a heaping tablespoon of relish and a heaping tablespoon of mayo. And if we have them, a quarter cup of hemp hearts, and it really bulks it up and gives them all as natural fat, omega fatty acids. It's really, really good. I'm out of hemp hearts. What were we talking about? Whirlpool. Oh, gas. Yeah. Well, I've had secondhand stoves that I've bought for $100 off the internet that have lasted longer than that Whirlpool piece of shit. And my dishwasher's falling apart from the inside. I got all my batter bars stuck together with bloody zip ties. My whirligigs. Yeah. Hi, Andrew. Happy New Year, darling. Bev, it's perfectly fine. I bought a stove through the internet 2 years ago for $50. The burners are built in and it's self-cleaning. Well, see, that's what I'm going to look for because I'm getting really tired. Okay, get this. Remember the handle kept falling off? It kept coming unscrewed. So Howie took this. There's this type of glue that, that body men and anybody who does any kind of real home improvement probably knows about. It's called Loctite. And you spray that on the threads and and it glues the screws in place. So yay! My handle stopped falling off my stove. The oven door handle stopped falling off. I'd pull it and all of a sudden it'd just go ring and it would hang there. And then I said, Howie, you bring home some Loctite. And I've had it. It went on like that for a year. I just kept tightening it. Well, he fixed it, didn't he? 6 months later, the glass fell out of the door. I'm not kidding. I got 2 cameras going, or I'd take them to show you. He put that glass back in with muffler tape. Whirlpool. Hi, Evan. That all burners are the same. Well, I have had to tear down another old stove to fix this one. And it made it through canning season, but it's not going to make it through another canning season. And I'm in Jar It Up January. I'll be canning spaghetti sauce this week. I just have to work for it, though. Oh, okay. Hang on a second. I missed something. You may have safe travel mercies May you have safe travel mercies driving home. I only put onion and celery in the tuna if I don't have any hemp hearts. Because if you've seen how a can of tuna, I pay $1. Now my stove has no electronics and it works like a dream. Well, see, I want an old stove with a wind-up clock. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, dude. This stove, I can only can on one burner. And it's a small burner. Because my other big burner is if I put my canner on it, it bangs into the knobs and breaks them. So I have to use the little burner because my big burner on the other side is sinking into my stove. Is it? Oh, my God. Hey, Ninja, Pam, Vicky Lemire, Grow, Jean, Michelle. How's it going? How's it going, Frog Grow? So, yeah, your stove's doing the same thing. So my stove. So I'm at the point now where I'm ready not to buy one off the internet necessarily, like off of Kijiji or local marketplace or something, because the last time I did that, everything worked except the oven. The oven worked, but it wouldn't give me the right temperature. And so it's like, you know what? I'm going to get phone from a secondhand store. I'm going to start phoning around this week. And I'm going to look for a stove that has burners that I can replace with canning burners. And, I hate digital clocks, man. You know what's going on? I was never so happy to get rid of the alarm clock in my bedroom because I had to cover up that friggin' number every night. It was a huge part of my insomnia. Huge part of my insomnia, that red, yellow, whatever color it was. I don't do that very well. I don't do electronics in my room very well. So I have to plug in my phone, put it on Do Not Disturb, and put it face down. Because, and if Howie's phone goes, his phone goes face down, and his is on Do Not Disturb, and his is plugged in, but as soon as his is fully charged, it lights up. And it's like, oh, okay, I know, I just got to wait. Right. But there are times when I get up in the middle of the night and the light, like to go to the bathroom, I come out of my bedroom, go to turn left in the bathroom, and it's so bright in my kitchen from the blue stove clock, the coffee maker, the Keurig, the light, the little red light on the TV telling you it's off. The block plug with the chargers, all these little eyes, not eyes, but you know what I mean? And sometimes it's too much, and I'll put electrical tape over the clock on my stove because it's the brightest. So, all right, Aldo, take care, darling. I had to replace my fridge, dishwasher, and upright freezer in 2021. Yeah, I'm not getting a digital stove. No, I meant just the clock. I'm not one of those people who's going to buy smart appliances. I didn't let them install a smart meter on my home. Like my life, it seems like I'm constantly in one struggle or another. And I don't mean it as a struggle, but I don't mean like I'm personally struggling, because I always do. But I mean, it always seems to be like 1 minute I'm fighting genetic modification of food. The next minute I'm fighting smart meters. Now I'm fighting other stuff. It's just a constant. And it's like, I realize that over the last couple of 100 years, they have been lulling us into a false sense of security with all our gadgets and making life so much easier. Yeah, pioneer life was a lot harder and it killed a lot of people early, but it also had a lot of octogenarians and 90-year-olds coming out of that. But the thing is the hard work may have killed, but the food they ate then was of their own making. They didn't buy stuff from the store except sugar and flour. And if you look at Almanzo Wilder's family, Laura Engel's husband, his father had one of the biggest farms in New York State. I think it was in a place called near Malone. And that man, they didn't just buy fabric. Well, they did buy fabric occasionally, for best suit cloths and dresses and stuff. But all of their daily clothing, okay, his mother, they had sheep, she wove their own fabric. And I remember listening in the book, him saying, mother, since they built a carding mill in Malone, mother doesn't card her own wool anymore. It's like, holy crap. You mean they sheared all their own sheep, they washed them, sheared them, sent the wool off to Malone for carding, and then it came back home in these soft rolls, almost like batting, and then she would dye them and then weave them and knit with them. She made, I mean, these people didn't have to buy a damn thing because they made all their clothes. And even if they couldn't get to fabric, she knew how to make all their clothes. She made all their winter underwear, everything. They made all their own clothes. They made 75% of their clothes. She wove all the rugs. She cooked all the meals. She preserved all the food. He raised cattle, horses for sale. He grew everything he needed for family and farm. Everything. From pigs and beef and chickens and eggs to the flour they ate on their table, to the flour in their bread. Those people, that is real self-sufficiency. Not too many people are capable of that anymore. Betty White, you know what? She may not have made it to 100, but that woman was probably the most toasted person this New Year's Eve in the world. Happy New Year, Betty White. The world, God bless you. Rest in peace. Pretty sure you got everybody laughing up there as it is. But the world will be a lesser place and leaving a huge hole of the original woman of love, light, laughter, and communicating with animals. To Betty White. Exactly, Jean. She missed her birthday party by 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure she wasn't up to it. I'm going to tell you, let me tell you something that I know exactly why she died when she did. And it's got nothing to do with ill health or old age or anything else. Betty White decided that she wanted to leave while the party was still at its height. She didn't want to leave. She didn't want to have a big birthday party and then say, okay, now I can die. She wanted to watch all the preparations. And she wanted to get everybody excited for her 100th birthday. And she left before the party. I hope they still had the party. Capricorn! Hey, Howie! Betty was a Capricorn! You're not surprised, I take it. Not at all. I'm still trying to download my music. I think it's because my tablet, I have to download the music to my laptop because my tablet hasn't got enough space for all the downloaded stuff. So once it's downloaded on my tablet, I can just tune in from or download it on my laptop. Hey, Janelle, how are you? You seem like an amazing, sweet person. Have a great day. She thinks I'm an amazing, sweet person. Just kidding. Thank you very much. I can be a very amazing. I put this thing up on Facebook. You know how they play those games? Well, my glass quote of the year was, I'm a nice person. So if I'm being an asshole to you, so to Betty White, absolutely. I had no idea her birthday was in January. No wonder I loved her so much. So, yeah, that was New Year's. That was New Year's dinner. Was a spatchcocked seasoned chicken and rice with kale and stir fried seasoned vegetables. And I stir fried the vegetables in the garlic oil that was given to me. So it was almost like all 4 of those oils would go really, really well together. So I can't wait to, where's cat? Oh, my screen just disappeared. Do we have any birthdays today? My cousin Diane's birthday was yesterday. She turned 85. 85! And she looks friggin' awesome. Your birthday is also coming, correct? Yes, January 10th, 1964. I will be 58 years old. I'm pushing 60. Hell, I'm hauling 50 with a trailer hitch. Yay, Angie, when's your birthday? I don't mean Angela Passmore. When I say Angie, it's Angie of Me and You Acres. When I say Angela, it's my cousin. I hope you and Howie and everyone else have a fantastic 2022. Well, I hope so too. I am 53 years old today. Well, give me your first name and I will sing happy birthday to you. So I phoned my cousin Diane and we had a lovely, lovely long talk because she's pretty much the only person I phone on New Year's Day because it's her birthday, right? What's funny? Julia. Okay, EJM. Why are you telling me? Oh, Susan. Okay. Julia, is your birthday today too? Because I have to know. Okay, you know what? Hi, Sage Spot. You know what? If it's not your birthday today, then you're going to have to hit me up when it is your birthday or if I pass it. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear sweet Suzanne. Happy birthday to you. Mwah, and many more. Mine is on the 6th. Wow. I'm a Virgo sun with Capricorn, Moon, and Taurus. I don't even know what any of that means. Just turned a few days ago. Happy birthday to you. Everybody, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Julia. Happy birthday to you. You know what sucks? Nobody sings me happy birthday. Nobody. Oh, that's not true. My brother and my eldest brother and sister usually phone me and sing me happy birthday. But my brother's usually a day early or a day late. For some reason, he just cannot get it because it's so close to his birthday that he seems to think it's the same day but a different month, and it's not. That's okay. That's okay, Malka. I'm not into astrology. Not astrology. I'm not into, what do you call it? My toe is in the pond of when the moon is in the seventh house, but I'm not educated when it comes to all the different zodiac signs and all that stuff. I get more straight information just from meditation, right? And from people's behaviors and actions, and sometimes it helps to know when they were born. But can you show us your Santa shirt? Sure. Am I exposing anything down here? Don't want to expose anything. It's no neck Nana. Just kidding. Bev, what date and year are you born? I'll be able to get your moon sign. I've already had all that done. My cousin Angela does all that stuff. She does my numbers and everything. I don't need it done, sweetheart. But thank you for the offer. My mom's heaven anniversary is January 8th. It's going to be her 10th year in heaven. And my cards. How's Wendy? Wendy's doing fine. Shall we do a show? I have a set of cards calling to me. And they're not here. Hang on a second. I don't need the walker to get up, but I will by the end of the day. Is Seashell here, or is it too early in the day for Seashell? Oh. I had these turned all the way down. There we go. Oh. 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 Whose chunk of hair is sitting on top of my cards? Like beard hair or something? Not one, but several. Like a spider, almost. I think these are the ones. Baby, I'm a different breed. Where the frig did that come from? But I'm curious. Well, then look back. I already said when I was born. I even know what time I was born. Seashell isn't here. Okay, I just grabbed a Gaia card just threw itself out. Let's have a look here. Purification, water, emotional cleansing, and rejuvenation. What a great card. What a great card for the new year. Purification, water purification. Emotional cleansing and rejuvenation. Now, I won't be able to do any real water cleansing until the weather allows me to start my pool up again and I get a new pool liner. But this is a new year, folks. All right? We don't want to start this year in the sludge that started in about November 2019. We have been carrying so much crap the weight of other people's opinions, the weight of other people's judgment. Government's tearing us apart from within. It is time to shed that shit. All right. So scrape it off. Have an Epsom salts bath. If you can't do that, do it in a foot bath. But do some prayer and meditation in some water, whether it's a shower, a tub, or with your feet in a foot bath. Okay? But while you're meditating and while you're in that water or you're touching that water, allow it to cleanse you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Make it a part of your bath, so to speak. Don't just make it a physical thing. Make it a mental, emotional, spiritual. Meditate on all the things that you're allowing to wash away, and then dump the water, whether it is down the drain, down the toilet, I don't care, but dump the water. And as you're throwing that water out, say, I welcome a more cleaned, purified year. Boom. Okay? And own it. Own it, right? Hey, Kim, how are you? I'm not inclined to listen again to the chat. Well, I'm not going to say it twice, Malka, just because I don't feel comfortable. Okay. Oh, we got another card from the Gaia. The Gaia is the planet. Okay. Loss. Wow. Grief, sadness, and resurrection. Isn't that what we were just talking about? The grief and the sadness is not necessarily about the death of people or pets, although it can be. But the last word is resurrection. This is the time for us to shed, pull your spirit body. I did it, and it's not easy, but it's been a process for like the last year. Pull your spirit body, and do this with imagery. Pull your spirit body through the eye of a needle and scrape off everything that does not serve you. Now, where the grief and the sadness comes in is we are going to find that a lot of what gets scraped off, and it's a really, really harsh word. So when I say pull yourself through the eye of a needle, you're going to leave behind everything that doesn't serve you and everyone that doesn't serve you. Now, I don't mean you have to cut people from your life. I'm just saying, if they're not serving you, if they're not reflecting your love and your light, or if they're only there when they show up, they bring negativity, anything like that, then you have now the choice. This is a new year. You can walk away. Don't make a grand statement. Don't send out any grand emails or live videos. You just walk away from those things and those people who no longer serve your purpose of love, light, joy, happiness, and moving forward. Because if you don't scrape them off, or if you don't walk away, they're going to have emotional and mental hooks in you. And they're going to drag you back, and you're moving forward into your new existence. It's going to be a torturous process. Torturous. Because you're dragging behind stuff that you should be letting go, and it's hooked into your flesh, your soul flesh. So pull yourself through the eye of that needle. Walk away. See if anybody notices. They may not even notice. And if they don't notice, great. Right? I look like I have little salt lamp ears, eh? If they don't notice, great. If they do notice, then you can have a discussion. But if the discussion is the same shit, different day, then you just agree to disagree and you walk away. Why? Because we need to go forward without all, think of it as wearing a suit of you're ugly, You need to lose weight. You really need to go on this diet. Your opinion, you're just a crazy conspiracy theorist. You don't know what you're talking about. Where are you getting your research? All right. Well, don't tell Bev. She's on the internet. She might say something. Okay. And I immediately lost 2 pounds. Okay. Because we don't just carry that weight mentally and emotionally. We carry that weight physically as well. Okay. So what we need to do, again, pull your spirit body through the eye of a needle and see how much lighter you are, how much more you can lift up. Because the weight and the drag of all the barnacles, of all of other people's opinions that have been grained into your head, other people's traditions and beliefs that have been put on you, you're free. You're free. You are free to be what the Creator, God, creator of all, including Christ, made us to be. You see, we have free will, right? And of our own free will, we have been wearing the weight of everybody else's garbage that we've ever come in contact with. And that includes generational garbage that has come from parents and grandparents and great-grandparents, because that is learned fucking behavior, right? Scrape it off. And when you pull yourself through and you feel the lightness, and you got to do this mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So pick a good time that you can be quiet and meditate. And when you lift yourself up from that meditation, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it, right? I did it first. I didn't do it first, but I'm saying I did it, and you can too. All right? Wow, that's a lot of information. Hey, teasers, pleasers. Well, I mean, it's not just getting, okay, there's a statement, okay, Jean? Jean just said I have to get rid of some toxic people. Okay, getting rid and freeing yourself are two totally different things. Think about your words. Remember, I always tell you words have power, right? So when you say getting rid of toxic people, you're almost killing them in your mind. Use different words. I have to walk away from toxic relationships or toxic people. I have to turn my back on the weight of other people's opinions. But saying get rid of implies that it is something of yours that you have to give away, and you don't. You don't. You just shed it. And then thank the good Lord that you woke up in time to shed all the stuff that's holding you back and all the people that are holding you back. And if they want back in your lives, if those people want back in my life, like I've got people who won't speak to me because I blocked them from my Facebook. Now, honestly, that's pretty childish, isn't it? And I may have blocked them more than once, but there was a period in my life, many, many times, I have been hacked on Facebook, okay? And I've probably changed my profile, not my profile, but I have changed my account probably 5 times in the last year and a half due to hacking. So if people think I'm not responding or if I've blocked them, and yes, hear me, I have removed almost all of my family off of Facebook. Why? For their protection and for mine. It's not me blocking people saying, ugh, you don't suit my purpose, or ugh, right? These are people I love and care about. I love and care about everybody, but these are people who I have spent a good portion of my life wearing the weight of their opinions. And guess what? Their opinions, especially about me, is none of my fucking business. So move on. If you're expecting an apology from me for blocking you from Facebook, which account are we talking about? When was it? And why are you hurt? Because that's not the intention. I was like, right? So if people are hurting or upset or angry at me because I have walked away, then that's their shit, not mine. That's their stuff. I am no longer, I mean, if they want to, if I've hurt their feelings, then they have every right to come to me, knock on my door, sit down with a cup of tea and say, you hurt my feelings. Can we talk about this? But just go, I'm never speaking to that person again because they blocked me from Facebook for the third time. It's like, okay, that's your choice of shedding. Thank you for doing it for me. It's okay. I'm all right. Doesn't stop me from loving these people. It doesn't, see, when I say love, okay, when it comes to family members, all right, I mean do no harm. I wish them no ill. I love them. I want them to be free and happy and grounded and centered. Just not on my doorstep sometimes. And if they want to come back and sit down and have a cup of tea, I'm not going to slam the door in their face. But the truth is, I'm not chasing them anymore. I am no longer expecting to be kept in my familial loop. And this has been a process that's been going on for 10 years. Hey, Paige, how are you, darling? Hey, Margaret Della Smalley, how are you, darling? Ann Lewis. Lainey, hey. So I've gotten rid of quite a few people. Don't laugh. My blood pressure has gone down. I know. I believe it. I believe it. Because a lot of that stuff we're losing, whether it's blood pressure or cholesterol goes down or weight goes down, whatever it is, it's evidence that we were carrying the weight of other people's shit. Simple, full stop, right? I'm sorry I haven't been watching it. Thank you so much for the likes and the hearts. I greatly appreciate it. And excuse me now, I'm snorting. I got to blow my nose because I've been talking so much. Your devotion to family is wonderful. Learning to let them go and still love is a gift. Well, thank you. I can't hate anybody. There's just people in my life I have no use for, right? I have been working on the same thing, Bev, not shut doors to that family circle, but not chasing them. There you go. I have poured my life into my family. And I'm not just talking my husband and my children. I'm talking about my family. You see, family to me includes my brothers and sisters and who they married and their children. I include that. I have always included that in my immediate family. Guess what? Not everybody else feels the same way. Some people get married and move away, and you're just now a Christmas card. Forget, forget how many times I helped you move, or how many times I got you dressed for Halloween when you didn't know what to do. And I'm not just talking immediate family, okay? I'm talking what I thought was immediate family. When people stop, when a sibling has a heart attack and they don't phone you till afterwards, you're an afterthought, okay? If someone gets pregnant and you find out when they're 6.5 months, you're an afterthought, right? I am nobody's afterthought anymore. And that's okay. I'm not angry. And this is the beauty of the spiritual journey I'm on, okay? I'm no longer on a spiritual journey. I'm on a human journey. I am a spiritual being on a human experience, okay? So if I sound, I'm here to say, I'm here for you to see this. Okay? If I sound like it doesn't matter, that's not the truth. It does matter. But it doesn't change the grand scheme of my life. And I was allowing it to. Do you understand? So I'm not allowing that to do that anymore. I'm not. See, I was sending out family emails, family and friends emails that were like 45 people long. And I was hearing back from maybe 4 people, maybe 5. Sometimes somebody would just send me forwards, and I can't be bothered with forwards. Okay. But if they email me back, I take the time to read that email and respond. So why was I spending 20 minutes blind carbon copying all these names when half the times their email addresses have changed and they've never bothered to give me their new ones? Their cell phone numbers have changed and they've never bothered to give me new ones, or their addresses have changed and they've never bothered to give me new ones. So I've been sending all this love and stuff out to the cosmos, to what I thought was my family. Guess who's been getting it all? You guys. Why? Because I sent out a family email and said, this is the last one family friends email, and said, this is the last one I'm doing. You've got until the end of the month to reply so that I can clear out all the names on my list that have left the building. You know what I mean? Left my building. And I got a lot of responses. I got about 10 responses. And so some people texted me, and one person texted me, one person messaged me on Facebook Messenger, and one person I talked to on the phone. And they say, we don't do email. That's fine. There you go. You're on the list. And I've had people email me and say, I really love your updates. Because when I do one of those, it's a friggin' newsletter, folks. It's everything that's going on in my life, everything that I just made it through, whether it's a vacation, holiday, or canning. Then what I'm doing now, and what I'm planning for spring. And then I update with pictures and na. And guess what? 70% of the people weren't home. Weren't there. But it went somewhere, didn't it? Because you're all here. We're okay, just shaking up my dogs. What happened? But before the police arrived, what? A little shaken up because a man tried to break in last night. My son hit him several times with a 2x4. Good boy! My son is fine, but before the police arrived, he ran. We're okay, just shaken up. Dogs tried to help. Holy crap. You know what? I'm so grateful you guys are okay. And I really, really, for that person who tried to rob them, there are better ways. Your straits aren't so desperate that you can't get help without taking it from other people. Okay, so we're praying for you, bud, whoever you are. Thank God for dogs, eh? You know what? I could leave my house completely unlocked. Completely unlocked. My porch, I lock, but I can leave my house. I don't, but I can leave my house completely unlocked. Do you know why? If anybody tried, now, yeah, everybody loves Gracie. Gracie, come get a treat. Everybody loves Gracie. But Gracie will not let anybody get to me. And if the house is empty and someone comes to the door, she's like this. What the hell do you want? I've had the hardest problem with Gracie as a boxer because people just seem to think she's completely approachable. Thank you. Thank you for the hearts. That she's completely approachable and that she's a baby. Read my lips. She's a baby for us. But I don't know how many times I've been on live stream with this window open and I've had to go rescue the delivery man because Gracie's been outside. Or I've had to go outside and fight the door with Gracie because she doesn't want anybody coming onto my porch when Daddy's not home. You know what I mean? When Daddy's home, she's a lot more laid back. Wherever we land. Oh, yeah, you're moving. That's right, Avon. Please forgive me for forgetting. Thank you, Mama Cat, for the likes. Bev, wherever we end up, I plan to have a 50 amp hookup so you can visit on your way. You mean a separate 50 amp hookup or a special 50 amp hookup? Yeah, we could do with a 35. We just won't have air conditioning, or a 30 amp hookup. We just won't be able to run our air conditioner. So I know, honey. I know. Okay. Are you going to be in Canada? Because I know you're originally from. Okay, I'm not gonna accept when I'm live streaming, guys. I don't accept when I'm live streaming with my YouTube, because you could say something that would get this video demonetized and banned. It's really a crapshoot. So another day. Thank God for dogs. Absolutely. Hey, Kim, our birthdays are coming up. How am I celebrating? I don't celebrate my birthday. Last year, what a nightmare. I asked a couple of friends to come on like a Zoom messenger thing and asked if they could sing happy birthday to me, because I had been doing it for a year and a half every day for everybody else, and no one sings it to me. Howie doesn't sing me happy birthday. Briar doesn't sing me happy birthday. Nobody sings me happy birthday unless it's over the phone, right? And what a shit show that started. What a shit show. Do you want to know what happened? They got a couple of bites, but my son called the dog off. Wow. Oh, it was Della Smalley. For some reason, I thought it was Avonlea Ann. Well, I know you don't mess with dogs. The very first lesson I ever learned from dogs was pumping gas. Now, I am an animal person, and animals love me. And if they don't love me, there's something wrong with the animal, or they see something I don't, right? Or maybe they see my spirit, my animal spirit, and it puts them on guard. I don't know. But 99.9% of the time, I can get around any animal. Any animal. Well, okay, maybe not the wild ones, but I've pulled a few of them to the edge of their cage and had a chat with them. No word of a lie. Now, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, the one lesson I learned was when I was pumping gas and somebody had a German Shepherd in their back seat, and I reached through the driver's window to pet the dog. Almost got my hand taken off. I pulled back just in time, and the guy said, never, ever, ever. Because I'd only ever had one dog, two dogs that I remember in my lifetime growing up. So I really didn't know how to educate myself with dogs. I do now. I've had a lot of dogs since then. And the driver of the car said, never, ever put your hand in the window of a car when there's a dog in it. And he explained to me, dogs are very territorial and very protective of their family. And he said, and when they're in a car, the territory is so small that they protect it more fiercely. So be careful. And that was a lesson I didn't have to be told twice. Oh, that's nice. How lovely. Oh, pit bulls. No one's a pitties. We're not allowed to have them here. We're not allowed to travel into Ontario with pit bulls. So, I mean, they've almost succeeded in outlawing pit bulls in this country, which is absolute bullshit. They tried it first. They tried it with German Shepherds, then Doberman Pinschers, then Rottweilers, and they finally partially succeeded with pit bulls. Cesar Millan canceled an Ottawa gig. I would have loved to have gone, but he canceled an Ottawa gig because they wouldn't let him bring his pit bull. So, Canada's a little bit messed up right now. There's no such thing as bad dogs. There's only owners or breeders that are irresponsible and nasty and bad. Dogs are a reflection of us. Rosie, that's what they said. They're going to CK. What's CK? Hang on a second. I missed that. What did Rosie say? What did I miss? I missed it. I hope the dog bit the intruder. Well, I hope you get your dogs, go and get them their shots. Make sure they're okay. My pit mix is looking at me like I'm the crazy one because I won't let him on the chair. Gracie is one of the smallest boxers I've ever seen. Her mother was small too, because our original boxer, Emma Lou, she was how much bigger was Emma than Gracie? How? 25 pounds bigger? Yeah, about 25 pounds bigger than Gracie. And Gracie's solid. Pit bulls are sweet. Apparently watch a lot of animal video rescues. Absolutely. I love pit bulls. I love pit bulls. I mean, I just want to grab their faces and go, get your mama, baby. Oh my goodness. Now you listen, Gracie will come. I'm going to talk as if I'm talking to another dog. Okay? And you watch Gracie. Oh my goodness, Daddy. Look at the baby. Oh, you come and see Mama. I think she's on to me. Oh my goodness. You want a treat? If I'm in a car or the truck, and she could be sound asleep in the back seat, but if I see a dog and I go, oh my goodness, Daddy, look at the puppy. She's like, up. And she's looking and going, where? Where? Give me that dog. Nobody's allowed near my mummy, but me. We had to rehome our dog, Frankie, because they were constantly fighting, drawing blood fighting. Gracie, you're making a liar out of me. She's sleeping with Papa. Okay. Okay. What is this? Hang on a second. Custom order. No. We want download. It's supposed to be downloading. So Dante is a pit and boxer mix. Oh my God. Howie. A pit and boxer mix. Nice. My Roxy scared off an intruder once and my mom slept through it all. Peanut loves me because I play with him. I have 4 cats. This is Malka. When my ex comes with his tiny chihuahua, the cats hide. Why does your ex come? Maybe do you have a good relationship with your ex? Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. So, Howie, did you peel those potatoes and onions? Could you peel 2 potatoes and chop them up fine, like in small bite-sized pieces, and onions too? Or just peel them and I'll put them through the chopper. But I got to get on to the soup for supper.
2 onions, 2 potatoes?
2 onions, 2 potatoes, baby. Let's pull this is The Universe Has Your Back. My Roxy was a boxer pit mix. That would be so wonderful. I have a 68-pound lab border collie mix and a dingo. You have a dingo? Or is it mixed with a dingo? Mixed dogs with wild breeds are not recommended, especially wolf dog hybrids. Because, I mean, I would trust a wolf more than I would trust a wolf dog hybrid. Okay? But I always wanted a wolf. But it's not something I could feel. Not because I don't love them, but because my world is not their world. And I respect them way too much to even think about doing that. Dingo is the protector. Oh, Dingo is the name. She is a dingo. Really? So you must live in like Australia, right? How did I not know that, Kim? Well, the universe apparently does not have... Whoa! Excuse me. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect. Oh, I know what's going on. I haven't used these cards in a bit. These have been downstairs. Oh! Oh, there goes my right knee. Oh, and I didn't even need to get up, for God's sakes. All right, folks. Whoa! Do you know what? I hate this stupid little stand that came with my abalone shell. Do you know why? Because it's flexible. And every time I set it down, it dumps the sand out of my abalone shell. Oh, good heavens. All right. Hey, how are you, Handy? Can I have the broom and dustpan? I know you're very handy, but I mean, are you nearby? Because I just dumped sand all over the floor and it's making me crazy. Did you say a short trip?
No, pretty sure that happened a long time ago.
Well, yeah. If, there's a lot of people who think I'm crazy. Just because I don't subscribe to their opinion doesn't mean I am. I love you.
Yeah.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah.
Do you want chicken minestrone or do you want chicken noodle? Chicken noodle. Okay, well, I'll be making noodles then. There we go. Thank you, dear. Oh, I still can feel some, but am I vegan? Hell no. I got canine teeth for a reason, baby. But I am working. I am making more inroads into us eating less meat and more veg. Less meat and more veg. No, I'm not a vegan. Although it wouldn't be if I could afford it, it wouldn't be difficult for me to be. But I love meat. Not every day. But I mean, last night, that roast chicken dinner. Let's do some cleansing of negativity for the new year. Oh, sacred smoke of the sacred sweet grass. Please cleanse us of negative energy. Cleanse my cards, my intention, my words, my deeds, my thoughts. And so it is. You know what I'm going to do? Where are the holes in this shell? I am going to, not this minute, but I'm going to get this open to where I want it to be. And then I'm going to glue it. And I'm going to glue the holes shut in my abalone shell because I'm losing sand every time I do this. See, it's sitting down, and now if I go to pick it up and move it, the stand changes. Oh, okay. More sand. I put too much in, I think. All right, guys, give me a second because I'm not ready to, I didn't do anything yesterday, so I'm not ready, but I'm going to go and I got to go use the little girl's room. So I will be right back. Thank you, baby. Are you almost ready for our shows after I do my editing? Okay. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. But the greatest of these is love. Okay, let me get rid of the sand. Now that we've cleared our cards. You guys still ready? Okay with a bit more live streaming? No, I'm not a vegan. Take care, Autumn. How are things going with the move? Any news? Any news? It's February. It's going to be February, isn't it? And that will give you lots of time to pack and stuff. So, I've had my fangs polished off a couple of times because they are too sharp. No, you're not a vampire, you're just a meat eater. The only vampires that really, truly exist are the psychic and spiritual and emotional vampires that we allow into our lives. And then we eventually learn to leave behind as we go through the eye of the needle, right? Oh yeah, homemade chicken noodle soup. Maybe I'll go live later while I make the noodles. That would be fun, wouldn't it? But I'll do it on our half-acre homestead because it hasn't had a video. But I have 2 videos to edit. I have the canning celery video with a coupon code for these wonderful 4jars.com lids. Most lids, most of name brand lids like Bernard and all that are, and Ball and all that are 14 millimeters thick. These stainless steel lids are 18 millimeters thick. The weight of them is 18. So that means, and there's a delicate balance because you might think a heavier lid would have a harder time snapping down, but they don't buckle. I've done 2 loads. I haven't lost one yet. Not one. So don't forget the politicians are vampire. Well, honey, hey, Bourbon, you know what? Hey, Jacqueline Green. You know what? Hey, Paige. Do you know what, Bourbon? Didn't I just say mental, emotional, and spiritual vampires? They're the best at it. They're the best at it. All right, I have to. I'm going to have to go behind the fan in a little bit because I'm in a lot of pain. But before we do that, let's pull a card from the Universe Has Your Back. Now I want, this is a general, not a general, this is a reading for all of those going forward into the new year who want their life. Are you talking to somebody?
I don't know what's going on there. What day is it today?
Today is January 2nd. Was he supposed to be there at 8 o'clock?
Go on about your business.
All right, I'll go about my business. So, why does my hair grow so fast? My hair grows so fast because it grows that fast. It likes me. And I'm not cutting it again. I'm going to trim around my face, but it's going back to braids forever. I hope to never have a reason. Oh, that was close. I hope to never have a reason to cut my braids off again. Okay. So today is my late grandma's birthday. Her name was Grace. Oh, how lovely. All right. So let's just do a card. Let's get a card or 2 for everybody who's here. And let's see. This is going to be like a guidance card for us, you know, going into the new year, even though we're already here, I know. Whoa, there it is. It is surrender. Jeez. You know what? I had that on a Soul's Journey card the other day, didn't I? Just give me a second. Oh, I just knocked my shell again. All right, where are my Soul's Journey cards? I am positive that I got one of these cards just the other day. You know what? We got surrender from the Universe Has Your Back. Let's see what the Soul's Journey gives us in conjunction. Because it has a surrender card too, right? That one wanted to come out. But I guess it's staying. I appreciate you drawing a card or 2. Van Rent. Please give us that in English. Whoever you are. even if you have to use Google Translate. Okay. Whoa. All right. So we've got the surrender card from The Universe Has Your Back. And we had a big discussion about that on New Year's Eve. Oh, here we go. One just fell. Okay. We didn't get the surrender card on the Soul's Journey. Our first card is Howie. Do you know what the first card I pulled in on for our focus of the new year to come? I surrender to a power greater than me.
I do that daily.
I do that daily. Exactly. People have a tendency to think, and maybe this message was read on New Year's Eve, but maybe people didn't get the message. Surrender does not mean I quit. Surrender means no longer accepting attitudes, behaviors, words, or anything that does not serve my higher purpose in life. Okay? Surrendering to a power greater than myself is putting my faith in God. You name your faith, whatever your faith is. Everybody's faith is a personal connection between them and the power greater than themselves, whom I choose to call God, creator of all, including Christ. Because Christ was really important. Christ brought us the message of love, that love is the most important thing. I surrender to a power greater than myself. I have to do this daily. Otherwise, the barnacles start attaching again. So what this means is I trust that everything that God sends me is either a lesson or a blessing. Okay? And I have to accept that. You can't pick or choose. You just either accept or you don't. Okay? But surrendering does not mean giving up. Surrendering means pushing aside all of the negative biases, all of the things you have been taught, and submerging yourself in a moment and finding your link to your faith. Your faith, not mine, not theirs, yours. You feel me? So learn to find your connection to the power greater than yourself, because that's what helps. You know, when you're pulling yourself through the eye of that needle, who do you think's pulling you through? Surrender. Now, this card had to be, it just wanted to be, imagination. Now, this is the Soul's Journey card, okay? Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Well, let's add body and soul too, because we are all one thing, right? And remember, folks, we're not just visitors on this planet. We were born here. We are made up of the same things that makes the soil and the trees and the water, all things natural. We are that. So when you're meditating and figuring out your conscious connection with the God of your understanding, or with the higher power of your understanding, use your imagination. Make it whatever you want. When I meditate, I walk across the soil of a planet so different from this one, where the animals and the plants and the water and the sun and the weather all work in conjunction with me and I with them because of the mutual respect of living things. The planet is a living thing, folks. And we've been using it way too long for our own gains, and it's just about had enough. So, surrender. Surrender to the power greater than yourself and imagine your life exactly where it needs to be. Imagine your surroundings exactly the way they're supposed to be. And you manifest it All right, just be careful not to manifest negative things. That is your New Year's message. Hey, Leanne, how's it going? Oh, I almost shoved those cards together. Not good. Okay. All right, I have to go too. I have soup to make, noodles to make. I don't know if I'll be doing them live, but I also have 2 videos. New Year's dinner and canning celery with the coupon code for the new for the lids. All right, these lids that I'm telling you about, I'm going to tell you right now for everybody. Mama Cat, can you put it into the it doesn't matter, there's only a couple people here anyway, but it's 4 jars. Hang on a second, let me do this here. Why am I on caps lock? Jumping Jehoshaphat. Okay, this is what my celery video is all about. Okay, go to 4jars.com. If you want to buy lids, don't wait until canning season. These lids come in boxes of 24, 50, and 100. They're 4 millimeters heavier than any other canning lid. I have had no buckling issues, and every one of them have sealed. Okay? 4jars.com. FORJARS. The coupon code, all one word in capital letters, half acre. Will give you 10% off. Okay? So, I didn't even get to smoke my joint, but I'll do that when I'm working, okay? Because I'm going to be using my hands a lot. So this is Mrs. Wolfie saying Happy New Year. I love you. Know that you're worth loving, okay? I wish nobody harm. I love everybody, okay? Some people I have to love from over there, and that's okay too, right? Don't want some people I can love from a distance and still deny access because, I don't want to deny. I'm going to deny anyone access to my heart if they're not here with my well-being in mind. My spiritual, mental, emotional. If nobody has those things, if anything anybody does to you threatens your mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual well-being, you have the right to love them from a distance and still deny them access. Okay? Now, for all those who care, I'm going to say goodbye to TikTok. We're going to do our prayer. And I'm going to say goodbye to TikTok. I love you guys. See you again soon. And we are going to do our closing prayer. Now, our closing prayer is, everybody knows, our closing prayer, let me get rid of this phone, it's bugging me, is for all those who care to join. You connect to your higher power. You connect to the God of your understanding, okay? All right? Because when I pray, I'm talking to my God, okay? The God I have connection with, the God of all, okay? You connect to your faith, okay? This is where we drop the walls that religion have slammed between us. And we join hearts and hands in love and light and the light of God. That's all it is, okay? And if you don't want to stay, you don't have to stay. Why? Because obviously it's not for you. There's no judgment in that. That just is what it is, right? So, hey, God, there you are. How's it going? God, source of all. Thank you for giving us Christ to teach us love and the importance of filtering all reactions through love, through the filter of no harm. That comes with our words and our actions as well. God, thank you for bringing us safely into this new year. Please, God, I'm not going to ask. But I know you will fill us with light and love, so that we may continue this wondrous journey as we go forward into a new time. No, there is no new time. Sorry. As we go forward, leaving behind all the things that do not serve our higher purpose. All those people that doubt us, all those people that shame us, all those people that berate us, we wish them no harm, God. We just ask. No, we don't ask. We're just going to leave them behind. We will send them away with light, love, but we're leaving them behind. We want to be clear of thought and purpose as we go into this new year. We want love, light, laughter, joy, patience, and tolerance to reign. Please, God, we are lifting the world up because we all need a new set of wheels. You know what I mean, God? To help us in this new direction of light, love, laughter, meaningful purpose, and joy and sharing. Okay? Let us share what we can, but not absorb what we don't need. Oh, right. Thank you. Oh, God, help us to share all the wonderful good things in our life. Light, love, joy, happiness, bounty, abundance. And we send the others off in love for you to handle. Because, God, we are reflecting the light of your love. And we know that when we are reflecting the light of your love and we are glowing with the light of your love, no darkness can touch us. And if it does, it's because we allowed it. Because we know, God, whatever comes, you will walk us right through. Thank you. Yeah. Amen. Shalom. Namaste. Peace be with you. Merry meet, merry part. Blessed be. And so it is. Okay? We are not going to treat those negatives with disdain. We will treat them with love and send them on their way. But remember, that's a choice you have to make. God's not going to come forward and make you walk away from the negativity, but he will be with you when you do. Take care. God bless. Shine, my loves. Shine. This is going to be a year of many, many huge changes, but they don't threaten us unless we let them. Take care. God bless, and go forward in the light of God. I love you all so much. Mwah! See you guys on Thursday.